Geats is back after a week away. You know what that means. Gateway is Geek is coming back right along with it. Yeah, baby. I say baby sometimes. That's the world we live in. Sometimes Boingo will just say a baby. This episode doesn't go super into a lot of the themes. It's mostly like this is a plot episode, but it does really show like elements of how the show's been going on about redemption and community. Because first things first, we have Ace in the concrete god zone, the zone of the concrete god. And he's being egged on by the game master. You know, the whole thing of like, hey, give up, don't be a hero, don't be Kamen Rider, give up your will, become our wish machine. Ace says, nah. He wants to harness the power to make everyone happy, and of course the GM says, like, no, you can't do that. People have to suffer, and Geats does the thing from the theme song. He rips the chains of barbed wire holding him down. He's like, no, I'm my own person. They hinge in, they have a badass fight, they do all that kind of stuff. Ace gets the upper hand and defeats Geet. However, before that can happen, Zool absorbs him and just basically goes like, alright, fuck this shit. Just the fuck it plan. We're just doing the fuck it plan. He creates a big fucking thing and starts drafting random people into the DGP. And Zool's now gonna write her up. Badass looking Cyclops looking motherfucker. Looking like a camera, you know? It's like, oh, he's the producer. Oh, symbolism. There's enough symbolism in the show to give someone an embolism. Especially now that we think about Sewell of just like, oh, he's a faceless, bodiless. He's not a person. He's just a business executive. He is just a entertainment executive, not giving a shit about the people making the content that he's selling. Purely just going like, all right, can we make money? Cool. I don't give a shit if they hurt and suffer. Are we audience happy? Cool. I don't give a shit. Yep. Cool. Good. You know, I'm not saying Ace would be. Here's the thing. Ace would be with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA if he was American. He's Japanese, he's in solidarity, but if he was American, he'd be out there on the streets. That's all I'm saying. But then we have the other side of this episode. We have Keiwa, Michinaga, and Sarah kind of having brunch, kind of having lunch, they're having a meal in that outside area that's common in Japan, just full with a bunch of fucking plastic lawn chairs. Is that a trope at this point, or is that just like a common, just like, we let the props department get away with that, so it's fine? Is it a trope? I would love for it to just be a trope. And they're just airing out all the stuff. It's just, hey, I'm sorry I was a dick. Hey, I forgive you. You've grown a lot as a person, and you've also recognized that you were a dick and tried to solve the problem. And it's like everybody's just kind of like reaching that point of like, all right, we're better people now. We're trying to do this, all this kind of stuff. And it's really great to see. It's good to see that these moments aren't being forgotten. That it's just like, no, they need to apologize to each other. It's not so much that they like, it can't just be they save the person. It has to be like, no, they have to acknowledge the faults. Keiwa did it. Not Keikara. I'm reading my notes further down. Michinaga's doing it, and it's like, it's good. Now for that part of the notes I was talking about. Then Keikara shows up and just does some sketch shit. Basically he goes to the fake goddess, the Samuri wannabe, Celessi, you know, because she's Samori, she's Celessi. I don't know. Am I clever? Probably not. But basically, his wish is that Keiwa is the only writer left. So all the other writers in the show turn into little cute plushies or in Win's case, no, they don't turn into cute plushies. Michinaga turns into a cute little plushy buffalo. And then we have Michinaga, not Michinaga, Neon turning into like one of those little like fortune Neko cats. And we have Win just turning into a pumpkin. I'm sorry, it's midnight, Win. This also just made my brain go, continuity. Did other Kamen Riders, did this happen to them? Did like Double over in the Windy City, did they turn into like a book and like a fedora? Like, so there's like just what's going on? Did Foruze turn into like an onigiri? Oh, who knows? I just think that'd be cute and be hilarious fan fodder of just like, oh shit, well, that was quick. What happened? I have no fucking idea. We're gonna have to get onto the group chat and see what happened with all the other Kamen Riders. Did you guys turn into things? Yeah, we turned into things. Okay, well, it just shows up. Hey, sorry about that. Frog guy. Totally understandable, dude. Don't worry about it. Kekura is doing this to, however, get a chance to just really beat him down and just screw over Keiwa. Fuck Keiwa. He is in pure fuck Keiwa mode. Daichi shows up and goes like, hey, maybe not fuck Keiwa? And gives a brief lecture on internet lingo. Basically, there's a Japanese internet term called like frog fan, I think it is. That's basically like they will turn on someone at the drop of a dime. You know, it's like, oh, I love you. Oh, you did one thing to mildly annoy me. You're the worst person in the world. Which, you know what? Accurate for Kekera. And I'm wondering if him being a frog was, one, because of the ninja association. Ninjas and frogs have like that association in Japan. But also, two, a foreshadowing to this kind of moment of the character. Either way, pretty cool. Keiwa gets Sarah to safety while Daichi fights Kekera. That's a fun fight. It looks a little weird because he's just like going hee in the ground, but his like torso is the size of a normal person. It's silly compositing, but I don't mind it. Keiwa says, "Hey, no wait, and basically they get kidnapped. You know, Kekera kidnaps them both. Daichi laments, is like, hey, I fucked up. You know, but I did bad things. And like he goes like, you know, just looking at the memories of your sister and just seeing the simple life you guys led, it's just, that was like, yeah, that's nice. Maybe being a dickhead wasn't all that good. And it's like, it's really cool. And Kayla was like, hey, my dude, hey, I fucked up too. We both, like, there's room for us to fuck up and we can be better. We can move forward. And it's like, it's really nice of like, that's cool of like Michinaga went through an arc and redemption and he was like, no, I'm not gonna let Keiwa go through this. I'm gonna drag Keiwa back. And he does. Keiwa's back now, and now he's seeing the same thing with Daichi, and it's like, no. I went through this. Michinaga dragged me back. I'm dragging you back. We have a chance. We are more than the choices we've made, and we can make better choices. And I love that. I absolutely love this kind of like chain of redemption going on. However, Kekera saw the trap. Saw Saul. He saw Saul. And so he's like, hey, I kidnapped these 3 people. I've tied them down. And if you don't save them in a certain amount of time, all these Shimato are gonna eat them. Whoa. So they have a fight, and there's a bunch of like parameters of like, oh, he can't just run past Kekera to save the people, and Kekera's figure that out, and he's like, no, we're fighting, blah blah blah. You got to do all that kind of stuff. They fight for a bit, but really, this fight was actually a distraction for Daichi to like muster up some energy to fucking make the save. Because the Jumatos break out, and they just stand there. And Keikira's like going like, what the why are they just standing there? And Daichi goes like, I control Yamatos. You forgot about me. That's okay. I saved the day. And yeah, the Yamatos just go on their business. And Keiwa just goes like, alright, cool. Time to beat this frog fucking down. Badass fight. Badass cool. Just... And he also takes the dark power that he got and goes like, you know what? I'm going to use this for good. Because I'm a good guy now. That's dope. And that's probably also why he used Ninja in the first place. Because it's like weaker. So he wouldn't just automatically fucking pants Keikira. Because he needed that time for Daichi to like, get up, you know? That kind of stuff. And there's one last line from Keiwa that's just like beautiful, great, wonderful. And he goes like, you know, there's one thing I am thankful for you for though. Thank you for making me a Kamen Rider. And Keikira just goes like, fucking shit. That's good. That's God damn it. Why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta be a good Kamen Rider right after I'm dying? The game ends and all the riders are saved. They're back to regular shape. You know? So, in this episode, Ace finds strength in the people he wants to help. In that community. Keiwa, Michinaga, Daichi are all asking for redemption, and they are all finding it in the community that's being formed around Ace and all of them, and how they are able to help each other, and they see how they can help each other. So yeah, no, cool bits. Great episode, fun fights. So far, it seems like there's not been a redemption that doesn't feel like at least solid. Like you see why the person went and did the things they did. You see how they feel about that, how those feelings are like make them feel bad about themselves, make them feel bad about their actions. Then they take the moment then they take that step to go like, all right, I'm going to rectify those actions. I'm going to fight against what I did, and then are taking moments and steps to be better, to stop it in the first place. I like it's solid, good storytelling. And it looks like we might finally have our final bad with Sewell. He looks badass. I love the Cyclops eye, faceless, abusive producer who only sees people as tools. You know, we've been saying it's been the subtle theme of the whole thing. It's pretty overt that this is very much a critique on the entertainment industry. And I think it's good. I think it's good to have those kind of shows that just say like, hey, these people aren't just meat for your viewing pleasure. They are people. And speaking of people, I'm people. And if you would like to support people like me, you can like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Ring the bell so you get this video and many more in your notifications. And follow me on a variety of social media platforms, including Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Boingo_writer. You can follow me on Tumblr, linked down below. You can follow me on Mastodon at Boingo_writer at vt.social. And you can follow me on Blue Sky. I finally got into that place. So if you were on Blue Sky, you can follow me. Link is in the description for that. You can also follow me on Twitch. Things are finally picking up there. I've finally gotten my brain in a good place for Twitch. So yeah, baby, yeah. But now. It's time for some comments. First up, we have Slime Beast. Oh no, they turned Geats into a funny rock. Love how you call them shit goblins. It's so true. Also, fuck, I forgot to watch the next episode. Hey, no worries. Last week there was no episode, so that's all good. And I kind of wish I came up with shit goblins earlier. It's funny. It's, you know. And, yeah, no, Ace came out of this one fine. It's all good. All good things. It's all cool stuffs. Next up, from Fish Pop from 13 days ago. Oh, why am I saying the time? That's not even, like, accurate. What's wrong with me? I'm an idiot. Timestamp of 1 minute 29 seconds. Shit Goblins XD. Oh my god, is that Gur? That's a joke. Love that poison charge moment with Nago letting it phase through her. And again, Buffa uses anything but his own hand to charge it, this time with his shoulder. Never thought we'd see Baroba's shining form again. Glad she's gone. Jeet transformation finally next week. Yes, finally! And finally. I love how this badass dude only has one episode to transform. It's hilarious to me. But yeah, no, Buffa just being badass. Lots of great moments. Imagine if he could like open his mouth and he could like bite it. It's like that'd be badass. But yeah, I love how they're like using Neon's powers too because it's really fun and inventive. But next up, from Blaze Chaos, I suggest get your Gachard on. Guess the reference. I love the conclusion of Buffa's arc. I almost cried. It's sad not to see Buffa malform. Finally, what if Kekara let himself get killed for Keiwa to be a true Kamen Rider? And I understand that Keiwa didn't trust Ace. The audience should know that Ace fooled Keiwa so many times that it would be a shame for him to fall for another of his tricks yet again. The people overlooked that part. And yeah, that was a good one. I went with something different just because I wanted it to be a little bit more. So I wanted to be like 3 words simple. But hey, I'm always willing to chazz it up. And I think at this point in time, Buffa doesn't need a power up. Like, he powered up as a character. He powered up as a person, you know? Because ultimately, his power... You know what, though? That doesn't make sense because Keiwa. But I was about to say his power up is representative of his dark path, of the culmination of his anger and everything. But Keiwa also... Dead's power up is that, too. You know, Bujin Sword. So, I don't know. Could he have a power up? Should he have a power up? I don't know. I think it's fine to have like Buffa and Punk Jack just being like fodder getters, you know? Like if this is the final battle, you have Ace taking care of the big dude, you have Nago and fucking Tycoon taking on generals, and then you have Buffa and Punk Jack dealing with like grunts. Like that works for a battle formation, for a final battle. Yeah. Kayla has a lot of reason to ask that of Ace though, of just like, it's not even just saying like, was Ace lying? It's like, he's just been going through the shit and he just needs to prove that, hey, can you just prove that you're telling the truth? Can you please? I just need it. Thank you. And next up, from Toa Nui. So Buffa still has rider-based invincibility, which means he purposely let Tycoon kick his ass. Gotta respect that. On that note, I'm actually a little surprised Buffa lived through that fight considering everything was building up to his death, and Kekara almost had him dead to rights. I think I used that phrase correctly. You did. And finally, on the Buffa side, it's a little odd to me that Baroba ended it with her rider mech form instead of premium, but it did at least have a Gemma God form reveal, so there's that. On the final note, we are near the end, and it looks like Sarah is going to be alive again, so I shall once again proclaim that someone had the best pick up that phone, though admittedly, it wasn't that impressive of a call. I'm still taking it. Mid-review edits. I don't think Sarah was the only one saved from the tree, as other faces were glowing and cracking at the same time as hers, when she was freed. Also, I think Vision technically had phasing powers as well. I understand why people going like, oh, Buffa should be self-sacrifice, you know, that'd be badass and angsty, and I'm like, yeah, it would, and it would fit for like ultimate redemption things for like Buffa, Keiwa, Daichi, for any of them at this point in time, but like I think that would be antithetical to what the characters are aiming for and what they're saying. Is like, no, everybody deserves a chance to be happy. Self-sacrifice ultimately it would just make everyone sad. It's like, no one would purposely self-sacrifice themselves at this point because they're going like, no, we all deserve to be happy, me included, but I don't want to make anybody else sad, you know? Oh yeah, and it's great to see Sarah back. Now, hey, Neon, Ace, could you please just help these two little idiots with their bills so they don't have to worry? I think they deserve it at this point. And yeah, the others may have been released from the tree. It's just a little humorous. They're kind of like going like, "Yay, Sarah's back," while the others are still in the tree going like, "Oh God, the pain." They're probably back already. And in fact, I think maybe one of the people who were chained up was one of the people that was in like that extra scene when all of them were turning into Jimato thingamajigs. I don't know. I have a piss poor memory. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. And finally, from Esconde. Still enjoying Geats for sure. It was great to see this to top off Michinaga's arc in the show, I believe. Continuing his path for atonement, being Baroba with his Jamashin powers at the end, Daichi's possibility for redemption could be interesting, and something I'd like to see explored in post-series material, i.e. V Cinema. I saw some ideas on Twitter, like maybe a V Cinema led by a duo of Michinaga and Daichi, to possibly give Michinaga a cooler looking final form as well, the rumored Mao Buffa. And I wouldn't mind seeing more from R2 who were recruited by Baroba, but have been reformed in the process of reforming since. Was great to see both Michinaga and Keiwa apologize to each other. Again, I want to give props to Keikara as actor for his performance. It was satisfying to see him pissed off when Keiwa done dancing to his tune, particularly that line about how he says it was him who raised Keiwa from being a pleb. I love that Keiwa is finally aiming his anger at the right people, and I cannot wait for the showdown. Get him, Keiwa. Geats is primed for several V cinemas. Just look at how badass, like all the characters. Neon could have one. Fucking Neon and her dad could have like a badass like fucking V cinema. Imagine like the mom gets kidnapped and they're going like, "Oh shit, we gotta fucking be badasses and save our you know, just be fun. You know, Daichi, Michinaga, those would be great. Keiwa getting some more stuff to do, all would be great. Punk Jack. Can we get a Punk sequel to the Punk Jack special where he reforms the band? That would just be fun. Cast is all real solid and they can all hold their own on that. Yeah, and I love how everyone's just owning up to fucking up. Michinaga's like, "Hey, I'm sorry." Keiwa's like, "Hey, I'm sorry." And now Daichi's going like, "I'm a piece of shit." And Michinaga apologizes to Sarah. It's like, hey, I'm sorry. I killed you as a Yamato. And she's like, "Yeah, you didn't know. It's okay." I love how everybody's just immediately like, "No, we need to own up to our mistakes." I think that's just really fun and good to see. Like, even Neon's parents were like, "Hey, we fucked up. We're sorry." Like, everyone's owning up to their mistakes. The only one who doesn't is Ace for all the times he, like, tricked his friends. But I think it's, like, that's a little funny. It's just like, I can do no wrong. Yeah, it's funny. And it's not even like he did it maliciously. It's like, it's whatever. And Keikara is fucking great. That last moment in this episode just showing how much of, like, a piece of shit he is as a fan. Great way to wrap everything up. Great way to just see him freak out and all that kind of stuff. Just good. So good shit. Geats is good, everybody. Enjoy Geats. You like, comment, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. Keep on Geatsing. Do all that. Yeah. Watch Kamen Rider. It's fun.